Okay, you guys. So, um, I wanted to come on. So, first of all, starting for 2022, all through 2021, I always say this, you're going to try different things with different seasons of this business. And you're going to find some things that are awesome and that work super, super well. And then you're also going to find things that you're like, oh, that doesn't like equal the work, the amount of work put in here doesn't equal what you're looking for. Right. Um, and with that, I'm also okay with it a little bit because here's the thing. Um, like I said, in this business, you always want to be trying different things. Okay. And so, one thing that we tried last year was doing Zooms pretty pretty regularly, right? We did them every single week. We came together, we did a hive huddle. Sometimes we had topics that came from questions that were coming in my inbox or other people's inboxes. Sometimes we talked about tips of just building. Sometimes we had a guest speaker, all those things. Okay. And so with that, the intention of doing that and having it at the same time every single day or the same day of the week at the same time is so that people can plan ahead and that they are able to be able to hop on and come to those things. Okay. And with that, we didn't see that. And that's okay. That doesn't mean it's like a failure. But what I want to share is that with different teams, you guys, we are in different phases of life. Okay. And so Sundays, maybe it wasn't a day. Like I know we were missing certain people because there were certain things that were happening that people have scheduled on Sunday night. Okay. And so with that, as the end of the year started, I knew coming in with December that there's a lot of things going on with the holidays. And honestly, you guys, at the end of the day, we do this business so we have the flexibility to be there for certain things, right? Like there were things that I always had to say no to because I work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, right? Usually Wednesday, Thursday too, because we were short. But I was scheduled Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Okay. So, but the cool thing is that is something that I will not give away at all, whether it's for you guys, and I'm going to encourage you to do the same dang thing, right? Or for myself. And so with that, knowing going into December and watching what our Zooms and all that kind of stuff did, here's the thing, you guys, is that there's going to not be the weekly Hive huddle, but there will still be Zooms, but they might be on a Sunday night. They might be on a Wednesday night. They might be on a different day of the week. And with the hopes that we will catch different people because people are available at different times. So we are still going to have all the awesome things that we have. However, they're going to come to you maybe in lives on the Diamond Hive or in just videos of people showing you how to do certain things so that you can come back and have them as a reference. You're going to see probably more working power hours where we hop on and we actually work together. We focus on the 6 things that we know that helps us build our business on social media. And then on top of that, when we have a guest speaker, again, it could happen and fall on any day, okay? But we will always give you, anywhere from like 24 to 48-hour heads up. Sometimes, you guys, we didn't even see a difference in when we were giving people a week in advance and notice of that. It still it wasn't changing anything. So some of those things are awesome. And the other thing is that it also frees up some of that time to do other things, okay? So that's not one of those things because we're not doing this on Sunday. What I have traded that in for is more one-on-one Zooms with people amongst my team, smaller group Zooms, or working together where it's a team all within itself, knowing that they are all collectively going after the same goal. And so, there's so many times that we talk about when we're sharing this business. If you're talking to everybody, you're talking to no one, right? I've said this so many times in this business that there's many times that, yes, I can come on and do just a random training on stories or a training on this or that, and it's a certain topic and it might hit to everybody. But for the majority of this business, everybody is in different places in their business, right? And so for me to group somebody that just came in brand new with somebody else that's been in for 5 years, it's really hard to do so and be able to serve those people directly. And so what I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to encourage you to do this with your team as well, is that getting on smaller Zooms, one-on-ones like this, hopping on for 20 minutes with somebody, smaller groups or different groups that are in your legs of your business. And so same thing for us when I have something for you and I'm like, you know what? people need to hear this and they need to know this stuff. I am going to schedule a Zoom. Okay. But it's not going to be at the same time. It's not going to necessarily be weekly, and it's not going to be necessarily on the same day, in hopes that we can get more people when we're doing those things. Okay. And so, and like I said, what that does is it frees up time, and what it's been helping is freeing up time for me to do more one-on-one, but also freeing up time for me to build my business. And I hope that it does the exact same thing for you guys. I want that to trickle down throughout our entire team. Okay. The other cool thing about this, and I say this all the time, when I was going from double diamond to triple diamond, it took me, that is one rank that I got super stuck in. It's a rank where I had a lot of team that maybe quit or just kind of fell off or whatever they were doing. And I'm going to tell you something, the one way that I rallied through and went and got triple diamond, right? I got my double diamond back, got triple diamond, and then literally went presidential to ambassador, just pretty close afterwards, to be honest with you, was because I stepped up and I started doing those things. Quita probably remembers, we were on Google Hangouts and it would be like 8 people. 6 people, just different things like that. And what happened is I could talk to those people where they all were at that time, and then they would go and do the exact same thing with their teams. And you want to know what, you guys? It freaking worked so well. And guess what? All of December, I did the same exact thing, and it's proving to work just as well. My new people are coming in. They're getting their 4-1s completed within their first 30 days. They're earning their $150 bonuses. They're working on their $350 bonuses. And honestly, at the end of the day, that's exactly what we're wanting to do with the bonus that we have available to us. Okay. So I think what happens sometimes, and I've said this before, is so many times when we're on something, or we think it's like a training, or we're popping on to learn something or to do this or that, we start thinking to ourselves, like, if we have to be trained every single week, this is hard. This is complicated. We start overcomplicating things, right? Because we think we have to have all this training. And what happens is that people continue to wait to be trained and trained and trained. Here's the thing. More training doesn't necessarily mean more comfortable until you actually start doing it. So the thing is I want people to keep it simple and to start doing it, because that's when your confidence grows. That's when you start getting enrollments. That's when you realize, like, holy crap, I can do this business. And at the end of the day, I don't need to be trained on every what if that is out there. You learn when the what if pops up, right? That's exactly how I learned this entire business. Okay. So I wanted just to share that openly to start out with. Like I said, you're going to see random stuff. I love hopping on here with you guys. And so, I love being able to be face to face. And again, I do this all the time, probably multiple times a week throughout my team. Okay. And so, because I do like to be in person, I don't think anything replaces that. But I will tell you, what I've realized is when people think that we have to constantly be training on something, they think that this is way harder than it truly is. And that is not what I want, because that takes the fun out of it. It makes people paralyzed. It makes people take less action. And those are not what we're working for, right? And that is not what you need to be doing to get your $4,000 bonus. So here's the thing. You need 3 things to master, and that you need to master to create your dream life. Okay. And when I say dream life, you guys, I really, truly, like, dream life to me is like living out your goals, right? You're going to have new ones that are coming. You're going to hit those ones. You're going to be made to make new ones. Something might shift in your life that you're like, oh, whoa, I didn't know this is coming, but here it comes, right? This is a brand new goal that I didn't even have before. But here's there's 3 things that you need to master: your mindset, your emotions, and your actions. Those are 3 things that you need to master to live your dream life, to live out your goals that you set for you, to find success in this business. Like, that's it, you guys. It's 3 things. And you know what? Those things are hard, but guess what? If you actually do it even in that order, you are going to see that you have so much more control than you've ever thought, that you don't need to be trained 24/7 for what we do, right? But you do need to keep a good mindset. You need to keep your emotions in check, and you do need to take action. That's what this business calls for. Okay. And so here's the thing. This is when you set a new goal, it's a place that you have never been before. But I want to tell you something, you guys, this $4,000 bonus does not have to be hard. And as I've simplified it and as I've given myself time to go one-on-one with these people, guess what? My relationships are growing 10 times faster with people who were complete strangers before they even said yes to this business. They trust me. So then guess what happens? When you build trust, they are much more coachable, right? So they're realizing when you tell them why they're doing what they're doing or what they're going to get from the action that you're telling them to take, they're going to be much more likely to start taking the action. Okay. So here's the thing. The bonus doesn't have to be hard, but it does require, you have to have the mindset of you are getting this no matter what. Okay. Like you cannot be like, oh yes, if I get it, that's awesome. You know, I'm going to try really hard. I hear that all the time. I'm going to try. No, just say, I'm going to do it. I'm literally going to do it. I'm going to get this $4,000 bonus by April. Or if you even have a goal before that, you can do that. That's fine. Okay. So you have to have the mindset to know that you are getting it no matter what. The next thing is you cannot let a discouraging moment discard your entire goal. Okay. You cannot let a discouraging moment completely discard your entire goal. I cannot tell you how many times I hear people do this. Okay. Like they're like, oh my gosh, I got my third distributor, right? Awesome. Cool. That's amazing. Right. But then they're like, but these two didn't get their 4-1 in their first 30 days. So now I only have one distributor and I still need 2 more. Okay. What's the problem with that? You're going to add 5 distributors, or you need to add 2 more, right? That's what you're working on. You could add 5 distributors. The 2 that missed their 4-1 in their first 30 days, it doesn't mean they're done. They missed one goal. It's okay. Guess what? I have girls that missed in their first 30 days, and they've already crossed off 2 4-1s coming into this new one. That does not mean that is not a freaking potential ambassador diamond that's going to be on your team. That just means that you need more than 3 distributors to be able to check off the check marks for the $4,000 bonus. It might be your third one that you put on your top that ends up getting it in their first 30 days. And guess what? You checked off keeping one on your top and you have one that has 141. Cool. Go sign 2 more. You can start placing them, right? Because you have your one on your top as soon as you do that. And then from there, now you have 5 people working opposed to just 3. So there's so many times, you guys, when I hear somebody completely get so upset that they miss something. You guys, I missed one of my 4-1s, didn't even realize this until I was doing it, until Queen and I reread. We're like, wait a minute, I'm going to share some of these things with you. You guys, there are things that I fall short of a goal, but you know what? I learn, I freaking go fine comb through some of those rules and I realize, and I'm like, dang it, I totally missed that. Now, do you hear me complaining or whining to anybody? No, I don't complain to anybody about it. But guess what? It's not going to happen again. And I'm going to teach people, and those are things that I'm going to come on and I'm going to share with you guys so that you don't have to learn those things. But at the end of the day, you can see it as completely throwing you off your goal, or you can see it as a learning moment and you can use it and you can be 10 times more powerful. So you've got to figure that out. Okay. So first things first, you have to have the mindset of you're getting it. You cannot say, I'm going to try. You have got to say, I am doing it. Okay. Trying is really cute and all, but doing it is 10 times more sexy. Okay. Just going to be real with you. Do not try. We are going to do it. Okay. Then the other thing is not letting one discouraging moment discard your entire goal. This happens way too often in life in general. Okay. Just way too often. And it happens in this business. And the last thing is you need to take consistent action. You need to take consistent action. Okay. Because you cannot look at this goal and think that you're going for the bare minimum. Okay. And this is the other thing is I don't even want you to have the bare minimum when you're going executive or ruby or emerald or anything. I want you to be a fat emerald and a fat diamond, the ones that get paid over the average of what is coming in. And you know what's happening with this $150 and $350 fast start bonus weekly structure that we have going on? You guys, we are blowing the averages out of the freaking water. Because guess what? Their first 3 that they sign up for their 4-1, right, for that tier 1 bonus, they might not all get their 4-1, but they're not stopping. Who cares? Nobody wants just 3 people on their team. Keep going, right? And so, but in the midst of continuing to keep going, guess what? You are finding your aces. They are getting their distributors who are getting their 4-1. They're earning $350 bonuses. You guys, people are earning more in weekly bonuses than what their monthly paychecks are. That's exactly what happened to me when I first started this business. Between Wrap Cash and literally the Fast Start bonuses that were there back then, those were more than my first commission check. And honestly, I not once did I feel discouraged. I thought this freaking business was hands down amazing, that you can start and you can literally start making money right off the bat. That's incredible. Do you know that I could go start as a nurse, and I work my butt off, and there I could have a 3-week period where I don't even get my first paycheck at first. Here, you can make your money right back and start profiting. Okay, so those are the things that you need to do. The other thing is you have to know what you need to make it happen. You cannot think to yourself like, oh, I already know. I need 3 tier 1. Does everybody know what a tier 1 bonus is? Everybody? If you don't be shy. Like I can rattle it off to you.
Go over it, Sarah. I have a new friend on.
You do? Okay, so let's go over it. So tier 1 bonus is, so you're going to hear this, and I think it's just easier than like always saying the full thing over and over, okay? So tier 1 is when you earn a $150 bonus, and you do that by signing 4 loyal customers and 1 distributor, okay? So you need 3 of those. So you need to complete your 4-1 3 times, okay? Then the second half of that, and actually with that, so I'm going to just keep it like that. The second half is you need 3 tier 2 bonuses, okay? You need 3 tier 2. Tier 2 are the $350 bonuses. Here's the thing, you guys. You have got to print this out. I'm going to show this to you. And I want you to actually write this on your paper. So this one, here's the thing. There's a couple of them floating around. I love this one. And I'm going to tell you why I love this one. Okay. So this one is one that somebody made. That's a distributor that's teaching their team, that's doing the dang thing. Okay. So this one, you guys, what I love about this one is it not only talks to you about the $2,500 bonus, but it talks to you about, here's your tier 1, right? Your 4 customers, your 1 distributor. That's that 150. So I put it up over here, okay? And then I check it off knowing that I got it. But what's also it has on there is the volume needed between those 4 customers. And I'm going to go over that and just break down how actually super simple it is to get that 240, okay? But so I put them on here. As I write them down, you guys, I write their volume by the customer's name. So like on this one, this is actually one of my distributors. So on this one, I write down like Faith, her order was 75 BV. Okay, so the BV comes from what's applied to the product. Each product has a certain BV. As people order products, that BV adds up and that becomes that order, right? And that's what we get paid on. So I put on there Peggy, 60 BV, Andrea, 40, Constance, 60 BV. So I know now that I also checked off the other check mark of having those 4 customers. You need 4 customers and you want the volume to be 240. Say your volume from your 4 customers was 210. You can sign a 5th customer and get that next 30 BV to make sure that you have the 240, okay? So what's cool is on this sheet is it gives you room if you need to get more than 4 customers to hit that volume. I'm gonna tell you something. When people are going for these volumes, what's gonna happen is they are gonna be putting in larger orders, which helps everybody's paycheck grow. That's what creates fat executives, fat rubies, fat emeralds, okay? We want there to be minimums like this. That's a perfect thing, okay? And so this is what it looks like. And so as you go, and then as my distributors over here, as she starts getting her 4 customers, then I'm gonna write them down and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put the BV by them. As soon as she gets her friend, I'm gonna put her friend right over here, okay? So I am doing this sheet with my new distributors. So not only do they have theirs, but I have mine, and then I literally talk them through this. So I just do this on a video, and I explain to them over and over as we do it over and over. Now, next thing you need is another 4-1, right? As you're helping your 1 distributor. And so I literally go through all of that with them, and then I have their chart So that first chart or whatever chart it is that you're working on, your rank, I have that following behind. We are not getting rid of charts. Okay, they're still there. What's awesome though is you guys, as every single one of us commits to doing our 4-1, and then when we get that 4-1, we teach it and then we do it again. If we are all doing that, what's awesome is that the promotions are going to naturally be happening. Okay, they're going to naturally be falling into place. And yes, you can still be strategic. Like that's the cool thing, that's the fun part about it, right? You only need to keep that one distributor where you have them on your top. But this, you have to be able to see where you're going. I promise you, if you do not have something to track your customers or your distributors and you don't have your map, you're not going to get this. No, I will tell you, every single person, you could talk to every single person that earned Christmas cash, and guess what they're going to show you? They're going to pull out their sheets with their work that's happening in front of them. It is way too easy to miss something if you don't have it all in front of you. But let me tell you something. This is a double check. Your mentor's a third check, right? You got yourself on top of it. Like you want to have the checks that are in there, okay? And as you do this, what's cool is that if you're like, you know what, yeah, these terms are kind of confusing me, you can write them on the side. This is what I do for my new girls. I write tier 1 equals $150 bonus. This is when you enroll 4 loyal customers and 1 distributor. Tier 2, $350 bonus. This is when you enroll, this is when your distributor gets their 4-1 in their first 30 days. So I write those things down. Same things on the map, you guys. I write the same stuff down. 80 BV auto ship. That means you're commission qualified. What does that mean? You're getting paid. Okay. When they say qualified leg, if they're like, I don't know what that is, I tell them and I say, write it on your map. I want you to write it on your map. The more you see these things, not only are you going to be like putting this stuff into existence, but you're going to make sure that you have it all. Not only are you going to have it all, but you're going to have more. And that's the cool thing about this. And so let me tell you something. I don't just tell you these things. This is, look at Sloan's handiwork. This is what I do. This is what I'm doing to help my new girls get their bonuses, right? Their weekly freaking bonuses. How cool that we can get weekly paydays. And then this is what I'm doing for my own stuff. So you guys, you have to be able to see where you're going. Okay. And so let me just make sure I have to see the chat. Definitely would love a copy of that. Okay. Vanessa, I am going to send that. I hand wrote what I need so I can understand it. Yes. So you guys, this literally is like a picture. So I can send it to whoever. And then I just printed it off straight from like my phone to my printer. And this is what it comes as. Okay. There are other ones, but the thing is that not all 3 of the tier 1 and tier 2 bonuses, like you would have to print off a new one for each one. This I love because it's all on one page. I want to see what I need for the bonus because not only do I want to get it one time, I'm going to go for it 2 times. Okay. You got to do whatever you want to do. So here's what I want to share with you on some tips on this is that LCs, those are going to come from host to post. Okay, host to post. I will tell you that I think every single one of my loyal customers, except for 1 this month, have all come from host to post. Okay, so host to post, sharing products on your stories that you use yourself or just stories that we have already created, right, that you can pull off a Telegram and go share on your Instagram or you want to share on Instagram because Instagram stories share to your Facebook. So that's just working smarter, not harder. Okay, so doing that, putting in call to actions, right? You guys, very rarely, if I don't put a poll or tell somebody what to message me for information, I don't get stuff from those ones. But if I have something for them to vote on or to slide, or I say message me gummies or whatever it is, then I usually will get messages from that type of stuff. So you have to have a call to action. You have to tell the person what they need to do to get their hands on what you have. Okay, or the business that you're offering or whatever it is. They don't just naturally know. They don't know that it's being offered to them. Okay, then product posts, right? We talk about those a lot. Vanessa knows. And I think those are so good. If you are posting and you are doing host to post, doing product engagement posts are so important because let me tell you, they kind of come out of the blue, but like so many people will bite on them because it's not your usual post. So it kind of throws people off and they're like, wait, I don't really see her doing that often. So if she's saying that she has spots, I need to hop on that. Okay. So that's one where I signed 3 loyal customers from. But again, those were all people that I had added through Host to Post. You guys, I go back and I look to see how I added somebody. I look to see where my conversation was, and I can see it's because they commented on a Host to Post. Okay. And then sharing your own journey and like what you're working on, where you're at, why you're using the products that you're using, right? People know that I'm a mom. I'm a busy mom of 3. I have a toddler at home. And so, yes, I freaking love coffee. People know that I'm huge on gut health and in immune support because I talk about it all the freaking time, right? People know that I am currently doing an exercise. Like people literally will put popping in asking me about my 6-week challenge, and then they know that I'm trying to up my protein, right? So they see my smoothie, they see certain things. When they know why you're using what you're using, they're going to be more apt to either want to use it with you or to join kind of what you're doing. You're truly like inspiring them to create that healthy change within their life because you're doing so. Okay. And I share that because even Vanessa, like when she talks about counting her macros, I was like, okay, this is so funny because I've been so interested in that. And so even that's like just anything that you're doing, if you're sharing it, you're going to start attracting that interest. Okay. So knowing that we're doing those things with the goal to get our 4 loyal customers that have 240 BV. Okay. So here's the thing, you guys, I'm just going to give you, I apologize for coughing, but this annoying cough is like going nowhere for some reason. Okay. So I'll just be like sucking on a cough drop and drinking my water. But here's the thing I want to share with you. So for the cleanse, we talk about one product, but you guys, your ultimate goal is to help that person get set up on like 2 to 3 products, if not more. Okay. And so every time I start very simple, right? So I start with a cleanse Host to Post and knowing that I am going to give them the information as soon as I know they're interested in the cleanse. Yes, they're interested still in it once I give them the information. Then I give pricing, right? They're still interested. Cool. I need to ask you one more thing. Is there a specific goal that you have in mind that you are looking to reach? And I give them choices. I say like better energy, better sleep, just trying to make healthier choices for yourself, weight loss. Like I give them some options, and it's crazy because there's so many people that are like all of the above, or weight loss, or gut health, or de-bloating, or whatever it is, right? They start telling you these things. When you ask that simple question, it opens up your conversation to bring in more products. And so what I say is, I'm so glad I asked that. I want to share a few more products with you that focus exactly on what you want to focus on. And this is where I upsell. So I will usually, if I have a coffee drinker, I always ask them their goal, and then I usually ask if they drink coffee. Okay. So if I have a coffee drinker, I'm automatically going to talk about adding coffee with it, right? Because it already helps with better energy, de-bloating, curbs cravings. Like if they're drinking coffee already and the habits there, it is so easy just to switch ours in there, knowing they're going to get results with it. Okay. So I add in coffee, or with our new packs that are now here, you guys, the cleanse is part of the 14 Easy. Okay. So with the hopes of that, I let them know if they're like, hey, I want weight loss, you guys, you can bring in the 14 Easy where they get the cleanse, the smoothie, and the Thermofite X, right? And so I just break down what those 3 products do. And I say, you can actually bundle these ones together. Do those products sound of interest to you? So you can do that. What happens is now your 33 BV order of one cleanse has turned into a 100 BV order. You guys, you sell 4 14 Easies, that's 400 BV. You just freaking nailed the 240. Okay. You're like long gone. We got that. Right. But then on top of that, if you are also teaching that with your team, that's a qualified leg. That's a qualified leg. Like there's a reason why they put certain things together. Okay. And then on top of that, they could still want coffee. So you could also even end up having a 160 BV order. So just by asking one simple question, you guys, I very rarely have any orders less than probably, I'm going to guess like 80. I bet my orders go anywhere from 80 to 130 BV. Okay. And so the cool thing is on top of that, I am not ever suggesting products that they wouldn't use. So if somebody comes to me and they're like, I would never make a smoothie, I'm not a smoothie girl, I'm like, okay, let's just try something different. Like, I want you to have products that I know you are going to use and that you are going to love. We can get to that goal using different products. Everybody's different. Okay, so I specifically share those things with them, but the goal of the 14 Easy is literally using the products and getting those results starting within just 2 weeks. And that's the cool thing, and people love that. And with that, they can pick whatever smoothie they want. Okay, and the smoothies are bomb. So that is, I wanted to share, like, that's how I talk about the cleanse, but I also am using the packs that they have come out with, because the packs are actually really freaking good, you guys. They are so good. The other thing that's really nice is that, say you had somebody and they wanted the cleanse and they said weight loss, you could upsell a pick 3 and you could do the Thermofite X with the Skinny Brew, right? So you could do that, and then on top of that, they would also get the free shipping, because anything over $100 is free shipping. Okay, so these are just some options that you can write down to be like, that's actually really, really smart to put together, right? So Slimming Gummies, when I do a Slimming Gummies host to post, I either upsell coffee, right? I already know that they're wanting, if they're wanting Slimming Gummies, I know that they're wanting to focus like on their midsection, right? I know that because the post already shares that. So you can do either that, or you can talk about the slimming system, right? And so the slimming system comes with the month supply of the Slimming Gummies plus Thermofite X. Then if you ask the question, like I've told you, do you drink coffee on top of that? You can also upsell coffee with it. So you guys, that simple question is like literally walking into these things. And because these products, I'm taking ones that are one product, right? So I'm keeping it very simple, but I'm taking one product out of these packs. It's so easy to introduce the packs to them. And we know if you're using the packs, those are products that work well together. Okay. So the slimming system, I sell a lot of that along with coffee. Okay, that's the month supply of the Slimming Gummies and the Thermofite X, and it's 60 BV. That's part of one of the packs, okay? The Bye Bye Love handles, that's a really, really good one too. And that one has the smoothie, Skinny Brew in it, Slimming Gummies, and the Thermofite X. And that one is 144 BV. Okay, so I want to say not all. I think I have 2 that didn't. They were focusing more on like nutrition and stuff like that. But other than 2 of them, I've sold one of our packs with every single one of my loyal customer orders this month. Okay. So the other one, the last one that I want to share with you is that they have one that's called the Everyday Balance. I love that one. So when people are saying I'm wanting to focus on gut health, less bloat and just better energy, that is like my go-to. It has the cleanse, it has smoothie, and it has Confiance in it. And I will usually upsell the celery, the just celery, or probiotics or reds with that one. Okay, so the Everyday Balance is already 100 BV by itself. When you add on one of those products, not only do they get free shipping, but you have like 130 BV order or 131. So you are already going to hit that 240. So I wanted to make sure that when we are looking at this, don't let the 240 stress you out. Like, you will easily get it if you are focused on the packs and you take the main products that are coming in the packs, which are the cleanse, the Slimming Gummies, and coffee. Okay, so those are the ones that I literally use, and then that's where I can open up the conversation to everything. You guys, does that help? And how I'm going about turning one simple post of one product, right? I'm not overcomplicating it, but turning it into the opportunity of sharing a pack with somebody, and also knowing like if they're following a pack system, they're going to be more consistent and they're going to get better results with it. Okay. If you have any questions on that, just pop it in the chat. Do not be shy. Especially when there's a smaller group of us, you guys, which I actually really like. I want to be able to answer your specific questions. Okay. So before I move on to the next thing, if you have any questions on those, you guys, and again, if you're like, you know what, I want to be able to do that, but you're not going to remember everything I just said. That's where you go and you literally write that on your little sheet. All you do is you go into your eSuite and you can see the different packs and what the BV is on them. And you can know, okay, when I'm talking about the cleanse, this is where I could put the different things with the cleanse. Okay. So you can put it on your little sheet so that way it can guide you on how to focus on that. So that's what I'm doing. That is also what I'm teaching my new girls. When they come in and they're talking about one product, I get them to the point where their customers already ready for they're like, yep, I'm okay with the pricing. And then we ask literally those two questions. What goals do you have that you want to focus on? And do you drink coffee? And then this is where we upsell. Okay, this is where we introduce other products to them. You guys, very rarely does anybody just buy a cleanse or just one bottle of Slim. Like, I don't have people do that. It's not happening with my new girls either. And so what's awesome is that when we're training like that and we're teaching like that, that's what's going to continue to trickle down through our whole teams, right? So now our girls are getting the 240, like that's nothing. Plus the more volume that's coming in, they're having higher paychecks, which is exactly what we want. So that is what I'm doing. I want to share with you next, you guys, boards. And the ones that I want to make sure every single person has, because these are the ones that I use, okay? So you guys will probably have on here, if you already have new DT on board, that is our 10-day launch system, okay? This is literally when people were like, I need a checklist to make sure what my new distributor would need. This is it. If you go through there, there's messages that you could literally copy and paste, but it also serves as a checklist for you, okay? To be like, oh, they need to log into their eSuite to do their commission hold. They need to do these things, right? It does that. I've added on that board, if you already have it, I've added the printouts that you can use. And so these ones that we're talking about tonight that I'm using, right? This is what I'm using to train all my new girls. This is what I'm using to do my own, right? This is all my own stuff. There's their maps behind it. That is all in there. So when you click on, if you already have it, because it's the board I made, when I make an update to it, you guys will already see it. So all those worksheets are in there. If you don't have it, say that you don't have it, okay? So I can put the link in here. But you can go and you can click on that and you can literally print it out, okay? It has all the different maps in there, so you can see like this would be my first promotion. It goes all the way through and has everything.
What is it, the new DT onboarding? Just the one that says new DT onboarding?
Yep, new DT on board.
Oh, mine didn't.
Did you?
Huh?
Do you see it on there?
No, is it on the first page or do I have to click into one of the days?
No, it should just be on the first page. Do you see it on yours, Vanessa? She does see it on hers. I wonder if you need to update yours.
Wait, hold on. Let me see. Oh, maybe I should look at your original one. Maybe I'm not looking at that. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I'll figure it out.
Okay. If not, just text me afterwards and I'll send it to you, okay?
Okay.
So I put that on there. So anytime that there's a new thing, so you want to make sure that you have new DT on board, okay? So that is what I use when I'm just kind of checking through. And so what happens, you guys, when I'm doing that, at nighttime, what I usually do is I figure out where we've gotten through. And then the next day I already have it kind of set out where I know what they need to do. Okay, so like I'll usually get their post. I'll send them some stories. That way I can just shoot that off in the morning and they have all day to be able to get to it so that they're not waiting on me. So I figure that out at nighttime on my end, okay? And then the other one is closing scripts. Does everybody have the boards that says closing scripts? Yes? Okay. If you don't have one of these, speak up. The next one is everything host-a-posts. Yeah. It looks like this. Let's see. It looks like this. Do you have that one? Okay. That one's super awesome as well. Okay. Lots and lots of stuff on there. The other, okay, my host to post wording, that is another board that I've made myself. So it just has my like main ones that I use. It has, if you already have it, anything that I add to it, you should also, it automatically updates on your end, okay? So you're gonna see where it says asking for host to post. Every month I go and I change that to whatever our giveaway is for the month, okay? Same thing, it has before and afters of Slimming Gummies because that's what I'm using, right? It has pictures of the cleanse and like before pictures of the cleanse. It has the nutrition label on there. It has all the things that are on there. And then I also make sure that I put in the host to post form in there. So like when I'm doing my host to post, I literally just click on the January form button and I just input them. I don't have to go find it in the chat. I don't have to go find it in the team page. So every single month, if you have that board, so when we do it for February, I will update and put the new form from February into that board. Okay? So that's how cool that this is. Like if something changes. And so same thing, it has my green light messages, copy, host to post, some pictures, all that. You guys, I don't stray from this. This is literally the board I use for my host to posts. And then I'll go, if there's like for the Slimming Gummies, instead of, I could put the button in here. I'm sure I can at some point, but I'll just go to the closing scripts and I grab the pricing from there, from Slimming Gummies. Okay. So make sure you have that one. The other two that these might be ones that you don't have. Okay. So one of them is called What's Next. This is a super good one that was made by some VIPs. And it has books, it has self-development videos, there's opportunity post options in there, training videos. This is an awesome one for people who are like that week or 2 weeks in to getting started. So they're out of our 10-day and they're on to the next things, right? They're starting to realize like, okay, mindset is super important, or yeah, I want to hear more on this, because the more that they hear something, the better that they become at it, right? So What's Next has a ton. Like it will say leadership books. It has a whole list. It could say money mindset, God-centered, inspiration, shoot it straight to me. Like it has a list of different books that you could go listen to. Opportunity posts. It literally gives people ways to share this business. Some of them are either posts, others are like templates, right? And so it says on here for them, like share a picture of you or you and your family, talk about how thankful you are for this opportunity and what you can't wait for it to help you succeed in. So it guides people in what to go create in a post to be able to share the business, right? So does everybody have that one? The What's Next? Yes? Okay. And then the last one, you guys, these are the only ones that I use between myself and my new people, okay? And then the last one is this one. It's called, wait, where did I just put it at? Where's that? Oh, Everything Pics, Posts, and Stickers. Do you have that one?
I don't have that one.
You don't have that one? Okay, I'm gonna get it. Hold on.
Vanessa, I just sent you What's Next.
Copy.
Thanks, Rita.
You guys can get that one. Oh, why is it doing that to me? Hold on. I really hate. Guys, if you've had like something copied on your thing. Copy. Let me see if it's gonna work. Okay, so I'm gonna, oh my gosh, it's not gonna let me do it. Vanessa, I'm gonna send it to you and see if you can share it.
Okay.
I hate when it does that to me. Okay. All right, I'm gonna send it to you. So this one, you guys, I think this one's phenomenal. Okay, and this is why. On here, first of all, it has IDS images on there, so income disclosure, and then on the thing where it says posts, it shows you there is 30 days of posts. Literally, month 1, 30 days of posts. Month 2, 30 days of posts. Month 3, 30 days of product posts. 30 days, it literally, so for those people that are like, they want you to tell them like every conversation and everything to post and like all the things, this is so good for them, okay? Because it is impossible. Like I tell people, I'm like, I want you to like mimic what we're doing, and I'm going to help you throw some posts in there. But truly, you guys, I'm getting my new girls off and doing host to post, getting in conversation so that they can see truly how many people want the products that we have because their confidence just skyrockets. And from there, they start getting super excited to actually talk about the business and offer the business, and they start kind of figuring those things out. And so some of them, I'll just prompt them with questions like, hey, you just got your first bonus. I'm going to give you like a first bonus kind of post to kind of brag on yourself a little. I know that feels a little weird, but the truth is, you guys, if we don't share those things, people don't know that they can do the same thing in this business, right? And so I explain that to them, and then I tell them, like, I want you to share in those first 30 days, like, what have you loved about this business so far? You know, and it's crazy, you guys, because their posts are awesome. When you just prompt them with just a few things, their posts are so good. But them even having this on hand it's empowering them to go use the tools that we have to create their own thing. And if we can get people to do that, they are going to like spread their wings and build so much faster, which is exactly what their goal is. Right? And so that's what I love about the board. So those are the only boards, you guys, that I use and that I'll even add to for our team. The only other one that I'm going to work on is I think I'm going to do a 6 list like action one. So like when we talk about what do we do, right? We talk about our 6 list and we talk about follow-ups and like different things like that. I'm going to like do a board that talks about the 6 things, and it shows people, this is how you go grow your network. This is what we mean by this. And it will have examples in there. So that way people can have those. So like nobody's waiting, right? They have everything at their fingertips. Okay. So those are it. The other thing that one has is on here. If you have the sticker boards, that one already has the sticker boards within it. So this has the like, stickers that you can use to go put on your Instagram stories and stuff. Okay. So those are it for boards. There's nothing else that like I've literally deleted certain boards off of my app because it had a double up of one of these things, or it was something that just like you don't need. It's just extra. It's like noise. That's what overcomplicates things. Okay. So these are the boards that I have. And then the last few things I want to share with you is this. With the strategy for the 4-1. I want you guys to know that when you get your 4 customers, you get a $50 bonus, right? If you have your 4 customers, they have the 240 in volume, you get kicked a $50 bonus. If say you signed 4 more loyal customers and you still don't have 1 distributor yet, you would not get you can't just like keep getting $50 bonuses. Okay. So you have to complete that cycle. You got to get that 1 distributor that kicks out another 100. And then it opens up that, like when Quita goes to sign the next 4 to get her 8. So then now she has 8 loyal customers this month. Then it would kick her another $50 bonus. Okay. So you have to be able to have that. The other thing, to earn the 350, you have to get your 150 first. You have to do 150. Okay. So that means you have to get your 4 loyal customers and 1 distributor. If you get 1 round of that, so you complete 1 cycle and you've earned 150, off of 1 cycle, you can earn 350 bonuses. So say I signed 4 loyal customers and I signed my 1 DT. Cool. There's my 141. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to write them in. I'm going to check this off. If I sign 2 more distributors before I sign loyal customers, I can still earn 350 and 350 on them. If all 3 of those girls that I just signed end up getting their 4-1, that would count. Okay. I would still need 2 more 4-1s, but I could go like nail those out back to back. So you have got to get that 1-4-1 done, because if you miss it, even if you sign, so say you got 3 LCs and 1 distributor, and your 1 distributor goes and gets their 4-1 in their first 30 days, it wouldn't count. You're not going to get the 350. It wouldn't count because you don't have your 4-1. Okay. So you have to get that. So that's like, just gun for that sucker as fast as you can. Knowing like you check that off, super awesome. Guess what? For every 4-1 that you do, so every time that one, if you earn that 150, you can actually earn 3 350s off of that. Okay. So let me see. This is most important. Yes, absolutely 110%. You've got to get your 4-1 as fast as you can. Okay. And you guys, here's the thing. As I do certain things with my girls, I do it like alongside of them as they're doing it. But what's so fun is knowing, like, I have not placed a single loyal customer or like given away a DT for my girls to get theirs. They're doing it. And what's so cool is if when you teach them that they can do it one time, they can do it again, and they actually get faster. They get more efficient. They're starting to figure out, even like with Host to Post, like my girls, they're going and they're doing their own messaging. They're figuring it out between hopping on those little power hours and then me prompting them. Like they've got it going on. And what's so awesome with that, you guys, is that they realize they can build whatever the heck they want for income, whatever the heck they want. And that's exactly what we want to teach them. So that, I just wanted to share those things with the 4-1. Does all of that kind of come together so you guys know exactly what you need to get your $4,000 bonus? If you have any questions or any like circumstance, like what about this if this, like say it now, because those are the things that those are the things that we think of and we shoot off to our BAMs because we're like, hey, we don't see this in the rules, right? Or I fall short on something and I realize why I didn't get paid. And then I'm like, oh, I better make sure people know this because I didn't know that, right? And so those are the things that I like to share with you guys. But does that make sense, you guys? Do not overcomplicate it. You guys, I'm telling you, there's going to be so many more people getting this round of bonuses. And what's cool is that it's also going to come with higher paychecks because of the BV that's associated with it. But you guys, you have all the time to do this all the way up till April, which is so incredible. And your goal is not to just get $1,500 in weekly bonuses. Your goal is to get way more than that and then just nail this sucker out on top of that, right? That's your ultimate goal. Okay, let me see. Any questions? Perfect. Okay, that's it, you guys. I just wanted to make sure that we knew how to get the $4,000 bonus and we know how to teach that to other people that are coming in, because that is what I'm doing. And I'm so excited for the new girls coming in because they're doing the dang thing. And I'm freaking proud of them. Like they are just like, if people are coachable and you set that precedence, and I know you can't make somebody want to learn or apply things, but I really like over and over, you guys, I tell them, I'm like, just trust me. Please just trust what I'm telling you. I promise if you ever are wondering why I'm having you do something, always ask because I will tell you the reason behind it. And so I literally feel like I'm such a broken record of telling them, just trust me, just do, and they start realizing like, yes, it's a full circle. It will come around. Like there's conversations where they're like, is this normal that I posted 10 Host to Post and I've had this many? And I'm like, it is normal. But guess what? That girl's going to come around and she's going to be your customer, your next 4-1, And so they start understanding that, you guys. And as it literally, you know how it is. Like when I would tell you something and all of a sudden you're like, and she was right. Like it builds this trust that you're like, yes, this is the process. And I am doing the things that are right. And eventually, if I keep doing these things, the results come. Like there's just no way that they don't. Okay. So let me see. That's it, you guys. That's all I had for you. If you have any questions, you can ask. If not, have a good stinking night. And then tomorrow, Quita, did you figure out how to pin that post? You did. Yeah.
I pinned it, I think last night.
Okay. I thought I saw it pinned up today and I was like, oh, she figured it out. So that's awesome. So that's already on there on the Diamond Hive. It is on there for like the Connect call. That's tomorrow. The tips from the top. That's on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, UDT training. Yeah. It's so cool. You guys, and they might add some other stuff in there. But right now that's kind of what they're working with. And I think I actually really love the change of the Sunday call coming to the Monday call. So anyways, all right, friends. Let's go earn our bonuses.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.